Sat Sri Akal. Divine greetings from the Sadhana team. I'm Shridika Pillai and thank you for joining us this morning. Today's show is all about the stars. We meet inspirational rap artist and founder of Empty Hands, Nimesh Patel in Durban. Mahesh Bhang enlightens us on what the stars have in store for us, and we meet Ashmika Ramdat, a rising young star from Park Reni. Nimesh Patel is an inspirational rap artist and motivational speaker, born and raised in Los Angeles in the United States of America. At the height of his career, enjoying the fame and fortune of stardom, he felt a sense of emptiness within. After being inspired by Gandhiji's philosophies, he retreated to ashram life in India and surrendered his life to the service of mankind through his non-profit organization, Empty Hands. We met this phenomenal humanitarian during his recent visit to Durban to find out more about his fascinating journey from materialism to spiritualism.
I spent a long time running, I never knew then what I know now. That the fruits, they always come in, but you can't go around just knocking them down. It takes a long time to show in. We plant the seeds then, and we look at them now. But the roots are always growing, no matter if I'm there or never around.
I grew up in Los Angeles, California, in eastern Los Angeles, where I was born. My parents immigrated from India in the 60s. So for me, growing up was very American in the sense of schooling when I was young, but every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, was very Indian in many ways. So we'd go to the Hindu temple, Hare Krishna temple, every Sunday, which was actually a big part of my life and what I feel like certain values that were planted in me, the idea of service, the idea of being in community together.
The day that we were born and mom hugged us with warmth, and we grew cause we knew we had all your support. From the fams to the friends, your love was medicine, keep giving us the strength to rise when we would sin, and the knowledge that we gained through every single mistake. But you never backed down through this, you taught me faith.
I was really inspired by an artist named Tupac Shakur. He's an African-American hip-hop artist who was very poetic, and I don't even necessarily agree with all the things he rapped about. There were some things I really enjoyed of his, but more of his passion to express himself through the form of poetry. As I moved into college, I started writing more songs about my Indian American identity. And I noticed that because it had not really been done before, a lot of people appreciated it. And I started touring and performing more around the country in America with more of this message. And at that same time, I met other musicians that were South Asian, that were Indian, that were also hip-hop artists, and we formed a group eventually called Karmasi, which was the first Indian hip-hop group in the world.
Ai hai sutala chayar kasu nei bhaila chokri ne paisa mare to America jau che ne millionaire thau che evu che tyasu karse ne karta yare tane khabar nati parti India ma kasu nati akho divas dhanwanu ne cricket ramanu pan ena pachi su papa su bol se mummy to rad se kau chuta ni dari sate badha to lard se masu.
I always dreamed that I would run my own entertainment company. So when that opportunity actually arose, and music was also in a beautiful place. We had just released our third album at that time. I realized that I wasn't happy at all. All these dreams were kind of happening in front of me, and there wasn't a sense of fulfillment. After so many years of life, I thought, and it was all beautiful because without that you don't learn. But then I was realizing I needed to start over again. And that's when I decided to move to a space to serve, and the Gandhi Ashram, our organization there, Manav Sadhana, they've been serving, the slum children and women for decades, And I felt like I would love to join there and just start a humble path of service and see where it leads to. I didn't have any plans.
Whether you're different, same ignorant or intelligent, whether you tell the truth, lie or embellish it, whether you live in gratitude or for the hell of it, it doesn't really matter, it's still one single fellowship. Whether you've been lustful or living celibate, whether you're an optimist or only see the negative, whether you're dead broke or rich from inheritance, doesn't really matter, we're made of the same sediment. Whether you got a family or single parenting, or you're Asian, African, Europe.
As I've been working with Manav Sadhana and serving, my focus has always been with the music and arts with the children. Through that process, I had directed a musical called Ekatva, which means oneness, where I had selected 16 children, and then we performed and created this musical together with the help of a Performing Arts Academy. Then we actually ended up getting the blessings of so many around the world, including the Lord. Most important, that we got to tour the world with these children. 16 of our children from 4 of our slum areas.
Well, my heart starts sinking and I'm thinking, what's the reason why we holding back from being kind? What's the disease? But then I sense we are fine, it'll all happen. One small step at a time.
I then started a nonprofit called Empty Hands, which for me, the reason why I chose that message, it sums it up for me, which is that we come onto this planet empty-handed and we all leave empty-handed. There's nothing that you're gonna bring with you or take with you. You're not given anything. Everything we have right now is not ours. So if we realize this wisdom, then how do you wanna live your life? Do you wanna live for yourself? Or do you want to live for others? And to me, that message is very important. And so Empty Hands, the music, the message, when I go on tour, it's only to spread that message.
As we know, when our hearts are aligned, the magic that unfolds, one small act at a time. Throw your hearts up, let it fly high, let your love for all the world spread through the skies. Let it drop down, let it all go, spreading kindness to every single living soul.
To get this opportunity to come here, what we like to call Pavitra Bhumi, pure land, pure sacred land. It's a dream come true for me to be here, to follow Gandhiji's footsteps. And you know, I had obviously living at the Gandhi ashram where he stayed, have gone to his other ashram, have been to his birthplace, his death place, London, where he went to school and where he lived, but I never had a chance to come here. And for me, this is a big part of the pilgrimage, and I like to remind myself, I don't want to do Gandhi darshan. How did Gandhiji practice his life? How did he live his life? I want to get inspiration from that. And I want to live a life where what I say also aligns with how I live. With what I talk is less important than what I do. And to me, when I come to this land, I want to get inspiration from that, not from Gandhi, not from this picture or this saint where I can touch his feet. The best way I can do justice to Gandhiji is by living the values that he lived by, taking inspiration from that and practicing it on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to give you an old school rap that I wrote a long time ago, but it's in 3 different languages. It's in English, Spanish, and Gujarati, which is Gandhiji's native tongue, my native tongue. આખી દુનિયા ઉપર વરસાદ પડે છે, આખી દુનિયા તો લડે છે, એનથી શું થાય છે, ફરક શું પડે છે, જીવન મળ્યું કે મળે છે, મારી હાથમાં કરે છે, મહાત્મા ગાંધી મારી આત્મામાં ફરે છે, like, oh.